still had 70-degree temperatures last week. We had a big windstorm, that's why we have all these new great little trees and branches now. Here after a while, after we finish getting a drink, we're going to come right down through here and go through there, and there's a pretty rock down there, and we're going to circle around it and get out and go. We'll go down the gully crawl. If you want to put GoPros on something, put it on the gully crawl. What it is, it's a natural gully wash, wide enough for these things, so you got banks taller than the machines, and we go right up through the middle of it. Yeah, see, here's the first one coming up. It's hard to see here, but once you get to that look over there, that edge, you can see more. And we'll go past here, and you, before we ever got there, or you can just stand on the side of here. There's actually a darn... See, we're going to go down through yonder. It'll be a little bit in the distance, but you should be able to see it, especially if that has zoom on it.
Yeah, it does.
And that'll look more of it. And you can stand up on one of these rocks, but it just circles.
And where are you guys going to stop?
We're going to come through, go down, climb the hill over there. That's real scenic as we come up that. That's real pretty. Come up here, and when we get up here on top, back here, like where I stopped and said there's a downhill, I guess we'll stop right there because we're on top of the hill and you can see for a ways.
Why don't you bring me over to the hill where you're coming up?
Where we're coming up? Okay. I didn't know if you want to catch us coming up the hill or if we go by first.
I want like the most scenic.
This is, I always thought this was kind of scenic over here. Good Lord. Look at that. That was in that storm the other day.
Lightning?
That was lightning. That's what lightning looks like. What it does to a tree. Blew the bark off of it. I bet if you look around here, you'll find the bark laying on the tree. Or laying on the ground somewhere. Probably blown off into a bunch of little bits. I went and drove right past that the other day since that storm, and I didn't even notice it because we were coming this direction. See, we're going to come up through here. But you just, even from here, you should kind of be able to see us through there.
Yeah. So that's where you're coming up?
Yeah, we're going to come right up through there. Getting leaves in here. Alright, you'll see the way I go to get back, and that'll give you an idea where they're coming. I lined up to do a flying dismount, but I didn't. I got them behind me. I can't back up to get the speed.
Yeah.
We jump off the rock when we take off. Except usually we back up before we do it. Boy, it's nice and clear today.
It is clear.
God, you would never guess that was 9 feet deep.
Is that how deep it is?
Yeah, right off the end here, it's 9 feet. That's where I do the bonsai jumps from on the summer rides. We rode down that creek the other day. Went down it, and then turned around and came back up it.
Which one?
That one right there. There's we go down that. There's a sandbar going down through there. And then we cross down yonder. This is what I was talking about.
You got your helmet on, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine. It's deep enough. That helmet may not, that camera may not like it, or whatever he's got. See, this used to be narrow gauge railroad track here. It runs through here, there's another one up there, and they're more up creek, and they process the stuff and carry it all the way up to the big processing plant. And that's where the cable used to go across it. We still got a rope swing, but it ain't as cool as the old one was.
A couple questions. Okay. You know, I thought you were going to keep them up here. Oh, you can do that too. Well, now it's too late because they all walked away. They
didn't walk very far. Just say they didn't walk very far, 50 feet. About 9 feet right off the tip there. Don't look it, does it? No, tourist shot would be one of us cannonballing into it, but somebody would be damn cold for the rest of the day. Because I don't think you'd dry out like we do in the summer.
No, and I wouldn't want the wind to drown me out.
Look at that fish. He got his.
They're on the rock?
He's on the rock.
Yeah.
They're on the rock.
Hanging out.
You come up here and they'll be, later on they'll get, them suckers will get this big. They'll easily be a foot and a half long and probably a good 10 pounds. And you'll catch them up here and they'll all get in a school right here, which is just insane because they all get right together in a cluster. And they flip their tail, I guess, just barely fast enough to maintain their space so the current don't carry them down.
Right.
Drives people nuts because you can drop a lure right in front of them and I don't care what kind of bait you're using, they just swim there.
Yeah.
Kitty Koryoki calls them teaser fish. She said, you just teasers. We see all them big fat fish there and then you won't bite nothing.
You have one or two choices. You can either jack or you can piece them.
Yep. See, it was cooler though. There used to be a big steel post on either side with a cable run across it. It was part of the trestle system. And after they didn't use it, well, we threw the rope over it. And that was the swing to swing off the end here and do the flip and land in the real deep part, because that ain't but about 6 feet deep and it gets shallower as the bank. So when you swing, you got to hang on to it till it's in full arc before you let go. Do what Jack did, land in the sand over there. That was kind of funny though. That was funny. Why didn't we have somebody filming that?
Oh, yeah.
Down the bar right there, you find some good lines. Yeah. Last time I was down here, I actually made one from there all the way to the rope swing.
Was you on the ride where the guy drove he had his girlfriend on the back, and she's a little bitty thing like Kitiko Ryoki, and he's driving, Fruit was right out in the middle there. Yeah, and she kept going, stop. It's getting up to their waist. Stop. No, it'll do it. I'll turn and it'll do it. About the time he turned, it drops off there. That sucker just rolled over with him.
Right. Stand over here?
Yeah. That poor girl was shivering.
Yeah.
And then he says, we can get it running. So he's going to have to pull it back behind mine. And I said, you don't want to ride on it with him with me towing all the way back to the house. That's not, He convinces her to ride with him anyway, so you know how you kind of go through that dip over there and there's that muddy hole? He rolls it over in that.
Really?
He doesn't swing wide enough, rolls it over with her on it again. And that time she actually got scuffed up.
Oh, goodness.
That time she got in a razor.
Then you get all the water in the thing.
That poor little thing, I bet she
home
Kitiko, she's 87 pounds and 5 foot tall, This girl was her size. I mean, you hear her teeth clear over here.
So James, what's the name of this place?
This is called B-Rock.
B-Rock.
B-Rock Swimming Hole. Thanks for reminding me it was on. Up that way as you go along.
Bluff hole, swimming hole, and that was natural steps. There's a sandbar, you can drive out and go up, or but that's the rock I was telling you about, and that's just a pretty rock people come to see and swim here during the summer. I think somebody's fishing. Yep, I think he's fishing, isn't he? Oh, just hanging out then. Hey, I don't know who it is. No. But that's all there is. Since we can't swim, it's a little cold. So. Actually, I guess if you had stayed up there on the way back, you could have filmed up at the right angle. You gonna film here a second? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take off the hot helmet then. After this, we'll be going out to the store, out to the lunch. I'm ready for it. I'm beyond ready for it. And that should put us at Blowing Cave at just about the right time too for the. Huh?
We sold him his dog. He's got like our big dog, the Siberian Husky you saw out there. We sold him his father.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Hey girl!
The dog.
Hey there! You know who that is? You know who that is?
Whose picture is that?
That's the one. That's his. That's the one that Kai's always hanging around. Remember, she's always done at B-Rock and here all summer long with the dog that will swim clear up the creek.
Yeah.
Remember, and everybody loves her. And she got on somebody's ATV one day when we was getting ready to leave, and he was like, "I'm sorry, but you got to get off." I mean, they put her off, and she jumped right back on it again. She got a cat. She wants to sit on the rack and ride. Yeah, she's sweet as can be. This is another of our swimming holes. That's deep on the other side of that, and there's a beach over there. And what you do, we drive around and we climb that bank and go over there. And, it's shallow on that side, but it gets deep towards the base of the bluff. Well,
Oh yeah.
rock, and nice old farmer.